Never in a million years could we have imagined what we were going to actually gain as members of the shul.
It's always been a family thing with the Wagners. It's always not only been Covey, it's always Covey and one of his kids.
Zivi and Covey Wagner are living examples of the ideal expressed by our rabbis as emor ma'at va'aseh harbe. As we all know, there are people who talk about their desire to do good, and then there are people who talk much less, but actually do good. Zivi and Covey have huge hearts that are filled with sensitivity, compassion, and concern for anyone in need.
What can we say about the Wagners?
The Wagners are awesome.
You call up Zivi, you need a favor, you need to help cook a meal or do anything, no problem. Let me know what I should do.
The Wagner children are amazing also. You just walk into shul and you're like happy to be there when you see them.
One of the best qualities of Covey and Zivi is when you enter the shul, they are really among the first smiling faces somehow that you always encounter.
I've been zocheh to watch my parents do such amazing chesed, really for the entire community for such a long time.
The title of the award really encapsulates who they are. Growing up, we were always taught that, it's important to take care of ourselves and who we are, but it's also about the bigger picture and that we don't do things only for ourselves. We go out and we make it our business to be a part of our shul, to be a part of our community.
It goes without saying that everybody loves Covey. There's nobody who doesn't love Covey. He knows everybody in the shul, from the oldest person to the youngest person.
Our story in Beth Aaron begins with the Rothwachs family. Rabbi Rothwachs and Chaviva have been such a tremendous part of our lives for the last, 15 years.
Dina, what are we going to say about Covey and Zivi?
I don't know, I was thinking maybe we should ask ChatGPT.
That's a great idea. What do you think the prompt should be?
Well, I guess we should talk about their involvement in the shul and in the community.
Okay.
Okay.
Here we go. There's a duo in town. They're known far and wide. Their names are Covey and Zivi. They're nothing but pride. They work hard, they play hard. They're always on the go. With a smile on their faces, they put on a show. Covey and Zivi, they're the ones to see, honored as the Shelley LaFell Service honorees. They bring light to our shul, to our community too. Covey and Zivi, there's nothing they can't do. We're grateful for all they do. We're grateful they're around. So let's raise a glass to Covey and Zivi. Let's hear a sound.
My parents, I think they really deserve this honor because they do so much for the shul, and my mom, always cooks meals for people. She's always delivering them to people and just doing chesed always. But of course, they also have enough time for me because, I'm their favorite child.
Zivi and Covey have an open home. It's a home of simcha, of Torah, and of chesed.
And are really examples of Chalnoch Lanar al Pidarko, recognizing the unique qualities of each of their kids and how really to foster the best in them.
Beth Aaron is a very unique place to raise a family. It is a shul that is multi-generational. Our kids come to shul and they see people of all different ages. They're comfortable. Growing up in Staten Island, I was able to see my parents, both my mother and my father, Alav HaShalom, help out in their community. They were excellent role models.
And the values that are imbued by the community in totality, by the whole people in the shul, is really something that we'd love to imbue in our children. My mother and my father were always role models for me. My father, Alav Shalom, was always he was very stoic, emor ma'at va'aseh harbe. My mother, she should live and be well, literally her whole life is run by the chesed that she does for other people, driving people different places to Bikur Cholim, to hospitals and so on and so forth. She modeled for me being a part of the Chevra Kadisha in Queens for the last 30, 40, I don't know how many years. I want to take a moment to thank Shelley, Alav HaShalom, and Aviva LaFell, who we proudly accept this honor that's in their name. I want to take a moment to thank Shelley Mermelstein, Alav HaShalom, for training me in the Chevra Kadisha, to Micha Kaufman, to David Horowitz, Dr. Ross, Yaakov Isaac, just to name a few.
Spending time with the Wagners is always a good time. There's always a laugh, there's always a joke.
We moved to Teaneck at this point approximately 15 years ago, and it was clear to us at that point that we were going to join Congregation Beth Aaron because we already knew Rabbi Rothlex and Chaviva, so that was an immediate draw for us.
What many people may not know is Kovi also leads our Chevra Kadisha.
They have devoted themselves to so many projects, committees, initiatives, and most importantly, people in our community who have needed their assistance and support, always behind the scenes.
Well, as time's gone by, Kovi's taken on a lot of responsibilities, including Gabbai Sheni and the main minyan. Kovi's been the Gabbai Sheni in Shul and head of the Chevra Kadisha, and he was doing that during COVID, which was a crazy time in the community generally and obviously everywhere. And he took upon that responsibility, him and his children and his whole family.
Like Kovi is, it takes a special personality, a certain sensitivity that, you really, it's an inborn, inherent type of trait, and he really, really has it.
Kovi really cares about the important things. When I was laid up with a broken ankle, I couldn't move, and Felicia wanted to make sure that I was okay. I was getting food. She called up Kovi, told him about it. He said, he'll come over, he'll bring me snacks, and she made sure to get me the healthy snacks. Kovi refused. He said, you are getting Bisley, you are getting good snacks, you're gonna be treated right.
Growing up, my parents set a great role model for who we should be, as they were always running to do chesed.
I remember that one of my children was interviewing for a school, and Chaviva was a reference on her application. And when she was done with the interview, she came to me and she said, the person interviewing me, Mom, asked me how we're related to the Rothwaxes. That I looked at the lady and I said, related? We're not related to the Rothwaxes. Actually, he's our rabbi and Chaviva's our Rebbitzin. And the woman started laughing. She said, your Rebbitzin? She could have been your mother.
Baruch Hashem, I've had this chus to have the most incredible parents in the world. They're really the best.
I really hope to grow up to be like them, to do like what they do, because they do so much chesed. I don't want to be the gabbai though.
Mom and Abba, I wanted to wish you mazel tov and give you a bracha that you should keep doing what you're doing, all the chesed for the community.
And Zivi is a very warm and friendly person. She's always doing for others. And actually what makes her really special is that even while she's doing something for you, she makes you feel like you're doing something special for her when she helps you. That's really unique.
Kovi and Zivi are exemplary role models for our shul.
Kovi and Zivi, one of the things that inspires us most about you as a couple is the service that you do and the way that you do it with such humility.
We are so honored and humbled to be sharing this evening together with our good friends Zivi and Kovi Wagner. But it's so fitting that you are getting this evening the Shelley Lefel Zatzal Service Award. Just like Shelley, your quiet but unwavering and dedication to the shul is really inspiring for everyone, for us, and is an example for all to follow.
They really have shown me what it means to really be pillars and what it really means to be part of a community.
We both remember the first time I met the Wagners and came over. I felt this instant warmth, instant welcoming. I came for Shabbos, and coming to Beth Aaron, I was shocked that people knew who I was and made me feel very a part of Beth Aaron.
Like most weeks I come to shul and I see my mom daven. I came to shul since I was a really young girl, and I've always seen her daven really with a lot of kavanah, and she's taught me to do the same thing. When I see my father standing at the bima being the Gabbai Sheni, he just makes me always want to feel like I want to be a leader when I grow up, because he does it such a good job.
I want to thank my wife for everything she does. I want to mention how important our children are and thank them for their continued support. Yosi, Sila, Abby, Gavi, and Ita, each in their own way. I think it's always important to be Mekabel B'Sever Panim Yafos.
We thank you for caring about our children and our entire family. I want to thank my entire family. Thank you to my parents. Thank you to my family.
Thank you, Zivi and Kovi, for giving so much of yourself for so many years, for sharing of your time, your resources, and most importantly, your goodness with all of us, the very gracious beneficiaries of your unwavering kindness.